Yeah, Harry gained his 59th cap. 59 caps have scored an OG in the 3-1 away friendly win over Scotland on Tuesday. Of course, Scotland were back in it at 2-1. His last two goals, are for Seville and Scotland, I'm afraid. England boss Gareth Southgate has condemned the ridiculous treatment of Harry, saying the criticism the defenders faced is a joke. He helped England reach the 2018 World Cup semis and the final of Euro 2022, but struggled for first-team football at Manchester United. Ali, should Gareth have protected him by not bringing him in a hostile atmosphere, or was that just belief that Gareth has in Harry?
It's certainly more of the latter, although I would question the decision to do it. Gareth is well within his rights to make decisions that you think will benefit the team, right? 100%. Let's get that out in the open right away. I thought the two centre-backs for England last night were excellent. The first half weren't playing against an awful lot. Scotland were poor as an attacking force.
He was isolated up front, Adams, wasn't he?
Oh, of course he was. Absolutely. That's because England had a lot of possession of the ball. But Gahey and Dunk were very, very good. I don't know if there's an injury to Gahey and he had to come off. But I found it a little bit strange because I thought there was an opportunity to maybe bring on Tomori or something like that, or even Colwell. And I from that angle, I probably would have attempted to predict what was going to happen to Harry Maguire. I know Gareth can't think like that. I get it. I really do. And he's got to do his best for the team. However, looking at it, you could have probably read the room. And the room was the Scottish fans were going to give Harry Maguire, stick when he came onto the pitch. He's unlucky with a goal. How many times have we seen it? It's a ball that he has to go for. He's unlucky deflection. The goalkeeper Ramsdale's committed. It's just, and I know they rallied round Harry Maguire, and so they should, by the way, at the end of the game, all the players, his teammates and his manager. But for me, I thought it was a strange decision to put him on, and one that Gareth is well within his rights to make, but I would have maybe not put him into that environment.
Very loyal, Gareth, isn't he? Join us for more on this. United Stand presenter Adam Matic. Adam, a very good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Adam.
Morning, gents. How are we both doing?
Doing well. We're recovering for last night.
Well, you'd enjoyed that last night, Adam, that's for sure. I'm not sure Harry did, but Gareth said, no, on you go. I've got my faith in you. Out you go. Get on there. And he just didn't have any luck, did he?
I think that's just the story of Harry Maguire at the moment. It's just one of a pantomime villain with the United fans, and then everyone's whipping boy, you would say, for opposition fans. He's an easy target, to be honest. I agree with what Ali said in terms of not needing to play Harry Maguire last night. I mean, Southgate can come out and defend him as his right is, and his right to play him, like Ali said also then. But at the end of the day, you've got two other centre-backs there that could have played, could have got debuts last night in a pretty comfortable environment going in at 2-0 at half-time. For me, as long as Harry Maguire is wearing that Manchester United shirt, he's going to keep coming under pressure. He's fifth, some would say sixth choice centre-back at United amongst the fan base. He could have gone this summer. If he wasn't a Manchester United player and he was, say, at West Ham right now, I don't think he'd be getting as much stick, but the England fans are not silly either. They see other talent coming through, and Harry Maguire, I would say, he's behind that talent right now. I'd have preferred, as an England fan and a United fan, the centre-back partnership that started the game last night rather than Harry Maguire play, just going off form and how much football he's played.
Yeah. What about, now moving on now to Jadon Sancho, do you think he's a goner in January? Do you think it's gone too far now, or has he got a little opportunity coming up now?
I was talking to Andy and Ali not too long ago about Jadon Sancho. I went in strong on Jadon Sancho in terms of how I see this all panning out. I didn't see any future for him. He's had his statement pinned on his Twitter account for the last week, which said to me that he's not moving at all. He's standing firm against what Ten Hag has put out, but that was removed last night, the statement. So something clearly is going on in terms of talks right now. Maybe there can be an agreement between Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. I just feel like if Sancho is going to stand firm on this, then he's going to end up losing out, because we've seen bigger names leave the football club under Ten Hag already, in the likes of De Gea, in Ronaldo. He's not going to be bothered if Jadon Sancho wants to hold that stance. But honestly, now with that tweet being removed and that statement being removed from his account, I could see maybe the opportunity for Jadon Sancho to actually come back into the squad. But what he has to do with the United fan base now, he has to earn his right to come back into that match day squad. Maybe an apology, maybe a statement, another statement saying he made a mistake going against the manager, because United fans will always back the manager. And I feel like if it came between a player and a manager, I think you're always going to get the side of the manager first. And maybe with what's just happened over the last couple of days, there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for him, but I think time will tell. I think there's still a long way to go for Jadon Sancho on this one.
Aaron, what about Scott McTominay? Listen, like the rest of the Scotland squad, he didn't have a particularly great evening last night, but I'll tell you something, another goal over in Cyprus. He's been fabulous, particularly in the Scotland jersey. Did you see him breaking his way back into that United team?
I've heard you talking about Scott McTominay on the station, Ali, bigging up. I think he's the leading goal scorer, I think, up to last night in the qualifiers, alongside some big names. But he has performed really well under Steve Clarke, especially for Scotland. I think he deserves his plaudits. It's strange how he hasn't started this season for Manchester United at all. I mean, we are lacking in numbers. And it is a little bit concerning for him now. The likes of Mount and Amrabat have both been brought in. His form for Scotland, you would have thought, would have put him right up there in the thoughts of Erik ten Hag. But it's a weird one with Scott McTominay, because I don't see where he fits in at Manchester United when everyone is fit. I think he deserves a shot as much as anyone else, because United's midfielders haven't been performing well. So you would say he deserves a shot just like everyone else. But Ten Hag is very, very stubborn. Honestly, Ali, I think he deserves to come in and probably get a bit more game time, but I do feel like there's other names on Ten Hag's list that are ahead of him. Probably is going to be a difficult season for him, game-wise. Yeah,
it's going to be a difficult game at the weekend as well. Adam, Brighton coming to Old Trafford, that's a cracker as well. So see what sort of side that Ten Hag puts out.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.